Why, hello there, sports fans. What does a stuck roller coaster, a woman filling her hair with golf tees, and a lizard crossing the border, a state border, all have in common? Well, they will be featured and more on this episode of This Week on the Internet. This Week on the Internet, brought to us by the Vitajex pill, the Vitajex What You Doing to Me pill, Park's famous flavor delicious sausages. Summon the demon sausage baby today and grab some Park's famous flavor sausage today. An ice cold Schaefer beer for people like having fun, for people who like having more than one. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Ice cold 7-Up. 7-Up your thirst away with 7-Up, because 7-Up is all action. And of course, babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight guaranteed. babiesovernight.com, bringing you this exciting first half hour of This Week on the Internet. There the hell I am. Good to see ya. Welcome to the show. We're going to be here for the next 2.5 hours, and I'm going to do my best to entertain you. You'll be no more than 10 minutes away from traffic and weather, and lots more other nonsensical nonsense. Maybe I'll do the subway delays. Yes, I'm not walking outside. Good to see you, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. I see Activity 79 is the first one in the room, and Robinson Lopes, welcome. Good to see you. Travis Weeks over there in South Africa, and Autumn Alluring right here in Brooklyn. Good to see you. Good to see you, Fawn Marie and Madame Mojo, Cleveland Rocks, and Aloha. Bonsoir, bienvenue. Good to see you, good to see you there, Phyllis. 2284, welcome. I see Lee. Good afternoon, Lee and Robert T. Welcome. John the Beagle Dad down there in Florida. It's hot outside. Good to see you, Deb, out there in London. And Denise, welcome. Good to see you, Deb, out there in London. And Coney Island Jim, just a few avenues over. Did I catch everyone? Good to see everybody, people. welcome. We got some wacky stories. My main monitor here is doing a weird interference. Hey, but everything still works, right? That's all that matters. But good to see everybody, people. We got a great show today. The Duchess has a couple of stories that she has checked on in with, so we got some great stories from the Duchess as well. We're a content creating couple. But good to see you there, Denise. Good to see you, Deb. Good to see everybody. Good to see you, Coney Island Jim. Good to see everybody, people. And, oh yeah, that's right. The number works again. The number works. The viewer number works. Yeah, it's nice outside. Look at that, 93 outside right now. This camera's Empire State Building registering 90 degrees. Everywhere else, One World Trade Center, Statue of Liberty, and Jersey City. Exchange Place checking on in with 93. I know, shockingly, no subway disruptions. You know what, Jim? You're going to make me do it, Jim. Because I forgot who mentioned it. Like, we need subway. We could do the traffic, but no subway. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys subway delays. Actually, look at this. Holy shit. Nothing reported on the major subway lines. And, but anyway, let's check the traffic and weather. Good to see everybody. It's a hot day here. Look at that. At the Super Studios, 93 here in Coney Island. Isaiah Brooks is from East Brookline, New York. Good to see you there, Isaiah Brooks from East Brooklyn, New York. Good to see you there, NYC girl. Ann F. Welcome. Les Nos at Kia Ora. It's hot in Cleveland. It's hot everywhere. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna get any rain on the radar today. And let's head over to the traffic radar thing, courtesy of babiesovernight.com. Looks like we have outbound delays on the. That's the Holland Tunnel there. Outbound delays on the Holland. Inbound's looking pretty good over there in the Holland. But inbound on the Lincoln here, I think we have some residual delays from something. Yes, some kind of disruption there. A lane was closed, but it's reopened once again. Uptown delays along the West Side Highway here, taking us up to the GWB. GWB looking good. Of course, the Cross Bronx Expressway always has plenty of traffic. Mostly westbound, it looks like. And then you've got a little area here. Is there a Yankees game going on? Some congestion over by Yankee Stadium. This traffic and weather update brought to you by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight, guaranteed. babiesovernight.com. But good to see you, Pia Lorena. Welcome. Good to see you. Is there a casino update that just happened, Autumn? Is there a casino update? I don't think there was a casino update. No rain until late Wednesday. Yes, no rain until late Wednesday. I'm hoping to get a bike ride. Not a bike ride. I'm sure a beach day in on Wednesday. So good to see you, Cake 813. You are on time. We're just starting the show, Cake. But I am perkier. I am feeling better. I'm in air conditioning. Yankees at 7. Okay, so yeah, we got some delays around Yankee Stadium here. Yankees at 7 there. People are out conducting commerce, Kim. Stop buying stuff, people. Do me a favor. Stop buying stuff. Good to see you, Kim. Good to see you, Kim. Welcome. As commerce and life continues on here in the greatest city in the world, New York, New Yorker. It's hot. It's hot. It's no breeze outside, and the air quality is terrible. I had no idea we had wildfire smoke coming in. But new meetings coming soon. Yes, there's a couple of new state meetings coming soon. That are outside of the neighborhood. I forgot where they are, but yeah, there's some meetings coming up in a couple of days. But good to see everyone. Look at this. I've got people watching. 41 people. 41 people are watching. How many likes are we doing? Look at that. Only 18 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Let's get us to 100 likes, and I'm going to scare about 15 or 20 of you guys. Let's continue on. Let's get into. Is it October yet? I'm done with summer too. Let's check the news, people. And we have here a very interesting story, an ongoing saga at Cedar Point. The roller coaster once again. The riders are trapped on a ride for the fourth time. This is the all-new Sirens. Is it Sirens Curse or Quest or whatever the hell it is? But good to see you, Patrick. Welcome. So once again, for the fourth time this month, this brand new roller coaster has stuck its riders. So this ride is known for its tabletop descent, where it goes to the top and then it goes straight down. Well, that's what's happening here. And they're being, once again, evac'd off the ride. Hey, they get a cool view of Cedar Point. But it's a brand new roller coaster. It looks kind of cool. It does scare the crap out of me how you have the whole... There, you can see the tilt, the table there. There's the tilt table right there. The main feature of the ride. I always wonder, like, if it's, like, just a little off and it just shoots the coaster off. Anyway, I know there's... The Dutch people who've designed this thing know what the hell they're doing. But once again, people, for the fourth time... this month here, Siren's Curse, because it's fucking cursed. The newest thrill ride at Ohio Cedar Point Amusement Park stranded riders temporarily for at least the fourth time since its opening at the end of June. The ride is the so-called first tilt coaster in the United States, featuring the first drop track section that disconnects and then it basically makes you look straight down 90 seconds for a few seconds before they drop you. Park officials confirmed that the Akron Beach Journal, a Beacon Journal, that the ride came to a stop mid-tilt on Tuesday afternoon. Spokesman Tony Clark compared the issue to a check engine light. Yeah, with all those people's lives going, yeah. He's quoted as saying that the coaster's safety system performed as designed. The ride was restarted and the guests continued their ride. It reopened shortly after all the guests exited and exited the ride safely. Siren's Curse previously had stranded riders on July 19th, July 2nd, and June 28th, its first public day of operation. No injuries, of course, were reported from the incident because, you know, they're professional. But yes, I don't know if I would want to be up there. There's always lawsuits, but when you go to the amusement park, you know, you're kind of taking your own life. You're taking your own you're taking your own life at your own risk or whatever. So, Swanky Dog, good to see you, Swanky Dog. Welcome. Ooh, Kim Jensen's son used to work at Cedar Point, and and is a coaster fanatic. He loves that ride. He says that it does it almost all the time, right? It's not surprising that it happens. It's one of the earliest kinds of this thing, but the whole thing drops you straight down. It's scary as hell. I would probably still ride it though. I would probably still ride it. These roller coasters, man. These are very fancy, sophisticated objects. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's something they have to reset, Autumn. It's something they just have to reset. But it is riskier getting into a park, anything at the park. Exactly. It's riskier getting to the park than actually riding the rides. You just saw my dyslexic mind just work this now. Wow, he was once stuck upside down. And he said it only happens for about 39 minutes. Wow, 39 minutes upside down. I don't know, man. They figured it out. And the roller coaster ran again that same day. It's a hot day here in New York. 93 degrees here as we go around the Earth cameras. Oh my goodness. It's a nice day to be on a boat. It's a nice day to be on a boat. Rebel Radio News time now, 43 minutes past the hour. We're getting into some artsy-fartsy stories here, people. So let's do some artsy-fartsy stories. Because creativity is truly what's going to keep this whole democracy and everything going. Anyway, a California woman fills her hair with 711 golf tees. Yes, we have videotape here. It's a beautiful thing, people. A California woman who loves golfing broke an unusual Guinness World Book record by putting 711 tees into her hair. Anya Bachman, I'm not going to try to pronounce that again, 45 years old, earning the title of most golf tees in hair when her friends spent 47 minutes helping her fill her locks with the small wooden pegs. She said that I've always dreamed of being a Guinness World Book record holder. That's totally been a dream of mine. I wanted to create something around the golf world and thought that this would be a great idea. Joel is definitely the GOAT of bearded records. I followed his unique journey and have honestly been inspired by how unique, creative, and funny he is. His creativity gave me the push to be like, okay, let's do something crazy, and I can be the golf girl version of Joe Strasser. So thank you, Joel, for inspiring me to do something goofy with my hair. And if you don't know, Joe Strassner is a serial record breaker with multiple titles for putting objects into his beard. Where are my beard people at? This is a story for all my beard people out there. Crazy Coney Island Kid has one of the best mustaches. But good to see you, Strawberry Fields. Welcome on to the show. Oh, that's loud. Why is it so loud? Wait, let's see if I can. That's really freaking loud, guys. Hold on. Can we just view this on Instagram? And maybe I could adjust the audio. Maybe. Let's see. Look at this. This Guinness World Book record. There we go. Yay! Look at that. 711 golf tees in her hair. Good to see you, RJ. Welcome. But, you know, this guy who put things into his beard inspired her, Kim. So, you know, she went for the glory. She went for the glory. Oh, I like it. But yes, exactly. Crazy Cody Allen Kid has an epic 80s mustache. Good to see you, Theory Mary. Welcome. But there you go. What does 711 golf tees in your hair looks like? Well, there you go. I mean, it's more than just why. It's you know, sometimes you have to ask yourself, you know, why not? You know, why not, people? Why not? Why just let it happen, people? Let the magic happen and stick 711 golf tees in your hair, because why not, people? Why not? Why not? It's human in there. Whatever floats your boat. I think it's art. I think it's art. You know, I want to give a shout out to the people who paint themselves and just walk around New York City. There are people who just like wear whole costumes just to go downstairs to the store to get milk. You know? Sometimes I feel that way when I'm walking around with the gimbal outside. It's like, am I like just some weird character that, anyway. I guess we're all weird characters. Yeah, she was kind of giving herself a perm with golf tees. With golf tees, people. Right, it looks like, right, exactly. It's like she's getting a perm in the 80s. There you go, a little plastic look. Nothing will move that hair. Nay, nay, nay. Nothing will move that hair. Carrots, that's right, boy. You know, I would give anything to be able to see that claymation thing all over again now. I want to see the whole thing. It's 47 minutes past the hour. And do you know that when you watch this nonsensical show that I produce from inside my bedroom, do you know what I give you when this is activated? Well, I'll give you traffic and weather no more than every 10 minutes. And let's go to the weather map. Let's go to the traffic map brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Yes, delays getting into the Yankee game, it looks like. So take the train. Take the D train. Why not? The D train, I think, is always a better option. Standard delays here along 5th Avenue here going into Midtown. Oh, looks like the Brooklyn Bridge here. A little bit of volume here. Outbound, inbound looking good. Take the Manhattan Bridge or the Williamsburg Bridge. Normal delays around Delancey Street and FDR Drive here. These are normal delays. It was supposedly a very free, breezy, easy commute this morning. But is it your first time here in the Super Studios there, Memsito? Welcome to the show. I appreciate it. This is where I find stories. Do we have subway delays, Jim? Okay, let me check our subway delays here. Courtesy of Babies. Oh, yes, look at this. We got delays on the Jamaica-bound E and F trains. 71st Street bound, 71st Avenue M and R trains are also delayed as they investigate. A train's emergency brakes was activated at Queens Plaza. We also have delays on the F train here. F trains, E and F trains are running with delays. The same reason. It goes through that little Queens Plaza seems to be the issue, slowing down the F train right now. And also the R train, right? Yes, R train is also experiencing delays. So there you go. Thank you so much, Jim, for telling me about that. See, now I can look them up, and I'm going to keep those transit delays always open. But that traffic and transit update brought to you by babiesovernight.com, your new bundle of joy in a box. Overnight guaranteed, babiesovernight.com. But good to see you there, Daniel. I am enjoying the great indoors. It's 92 degrees outside the window right now. I had to deal with this morning, besides dealing with the messed up monitor, I had to deal with my neighbor power washing the backyard. And the sound of the compressor going off all morning. So that kind of drove me a little nuts too. But I am enjoying the great outdoors. Edwison Toledo. Good to see you, Edwison. I hope you're doing great. Good to see you there. Am I growing out the beard? The beard grows out until I get my next haircut, Nova Rain. That's how it works. So eventually, this is going to be cut. Eventually, it's going to be cut very soon. So you'll see. It's like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I get a haircut. It's going to be this week, sometime this week. So this week, I'm due. So maybe before Fireworks Friday, I'll chop off all my hair. I think that'd be the plan. Anyway, yeah, it's hot outside, so that's why I'm inside. Going around the Earth cameras here. We got a lot of people out there on the beach in Coney Island. It's a beautiful thing. And looking out across New York Harbor. There you go. Well, I think we'll continue on with the news. An escaped water monitor lizard crosses the state border. Oh, that's right. Escaped monitor lizard escapes the border and goes into Connecticut because there's cool things going on for water monitors in Connecticut, people. And we have videotape here. A water monitor lizard that escaped from its owner's home in Massachusetts was spotted a week later after it crossed the border into Connecticut. Police in Webster, Massachusetts said that the 5-foot lizard named Goose escaped from his owner's home on July 18th by jumping out a second-story window. The monitor lizards are not legal to keep in the state as pets in the state without a permit, and it authorizes Goose's owner did not have that proper paperwork required there. So Goose was spotted on Friday in Thompson, Connecticut, about 5 miles from Webster. The town's officials said that the monitor lizard was seen in the Little Pond area of Wilsonville Road and Thompsonville Road. They're quoted as saying that this animal is owned illegally, and it is important to call animal control as soon as there is a spotting so we could capture it. We do have a reptile specialist, but we are working with. If you spot one of these reptiles, please immediately contact animal control or the police department. Yes. So let's see how he wanted to live the posh life in Connecticut here. We got a monitor lizard here. Blah, 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 blah. There we go.
Missing water monitor have been seen in the Little Pond area.
Oh,
the
he's
lizard
so
named Goose
cute.
escaped last week from a home in Webster by jumping out of a second-floor window. Thompson police say they are working with a reptile
supposed to have
specialist,
the animal, people.
and it's important that anyone who sees the lizard report it.
Report it,
right away.
people. That monitor lizard might end up in killing you or maiming you or something like that. Is that why you need a license for these things? Anyway, they wanted to live the posh life. Connecticut has a nice standard of living, right? Connecticut has a nice standard of living, right? We'll keep it with the lizard stories before we get to the top of the hour. I want to welcome everyone to the show on this hot day here in the city as I enjoy the wonders of air conditioning. And now it's finally quiet. I'm enjoying the quiet. Tomorrow morning I get to work in 100-degree weather, at least for the last hour of the tour. So that's going to be fun. So we will have a morning affirmation at around, probably was at 8 o'clock or 8:30, whatever the hell I do it. I think it's 8:30. It's all a blur every morning. But he wanted to get an education at Yale. That's where all the water monitor lizards go. They go to Yale, people. You know, they always talk about Skull and Bones and the Trilateral Commission and what's the other ones? What are the other? You know, they call them lizard. They call them lizard people. They call them lizard people. You've heard that before, right? They also told me that getting the vaccine will help my 5G connectivity when I wander around outside when I do the live stream, but that never came to fruition. You make the broadcast, by the way. Keep that chat going. Just talk amongst yourselves. We're hanging out here. There's no as you see, there's no rules down below. There's no restrictions in the chat. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging on out. We got one more story here, and then we'll reboot the hour. Rebel Radio news time now is 55 minutes past the hour. 3:55, coming up on 4 o'clock. Oh, we're going to be live for 4:20. Hey, now. Anyway, the alligator was removed from Florida's turnpike, as it happens every 3 days. It's like, I know, I was misled there, Kim. I think I was. Right, what happened to that, right? I know, we all got lied to. Anyway, an alligator was removed from the Florida Turnpike, people. We do have videotape for this. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission personnel responded to Florida's Turnpike in Miami-Dade County to remove an alligator on the emergency shoulder. The Florida Highway Patrol said that 2 traffic lanes were blocked while the FCW officers worked to capture the gator in the southbound lanes near the exit to Northwest 74th Street. Northwest 74th Street. Anyway, the alligator, estimated to be about 9 feet long, was safely removed from the highway and relocated to a canal nearby so it could just hop on the highway again. The Florida Wildlife Commission, I guess, right? Is that the WFC is the commission? Is right? Conservation. The Florida Wildlife Conservation places its highest priority on public safety and administers a statewide nuisance alligator program called SNAP. SNAP is to proactively address alligator threats in developed areas while also conserving the alligators in Florida. SNAP uses contracted nuisance alligator trappers throughout the state to remove alligators believed to pose a threat to people, pets, or property. So there you go, people. Watch out for alligators. This happens all the damn time. I don't know why this is new. I guess I can't get to work. There's a fucking alligator on the highway. I couldn't get to work. I'm sorry. They got it all closed off. Down at the convention center, they got it all closed off. They should have road raged like that guy. Remember that guy? Anyway, so the alligator was taken off. They put the alligator into the canal nearby. The alligator lived for another day. Oh, my goodness. Well, anyway, Mrs. Babbage, please. There we go. You survived another hour. Right? It's another Thursday in Florida. They always have alligators out there. It's a Florida thing. It's a Florida thing. It's a Florida thing, people. That's how it works. Yeah, the alligator ate your homework. You got late to school. All because of the alligator. Good to see you, E-Bike Mike. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. It's hot outside. That's why I'm inside. So hang out with me as we enjoy the inside. 90 degrees here in New York City. Yeah. So we got a close-up view of the Brooklyn Bridge there. Yeah, look at that. A lot of people on the bridge. Yeah, the alligator didn't want to take the Uber back to the canal. Exactly. It's a smart reptile, people. He had it. He had it all. Hit on that speed dial. We got some great stories. Oh my God, the Duchess has programmed the next half hour of the show. So right at the top of the hour, We got some news. We got some traffic. We got some weather. As we do on this nonsensical thing that I'm trying to make believe and play. Rebel Radio news time now is 59 minutes past the hour. It's the final minute. I can't believe how slow today is going. Today is going so freaking slow. It's going slow as a slow molasses dripping off of some kind of a container vessel. I wish this day will go on a little bit faster as it's going so slow. By the way, yes, he's going to be an old lady's bag if he does it again, people. So hear that, alligators? You don't want to be a bag? Do you not want to be a bag? Listen, if you don't want to be a bag, then get off the highway, all right? Enjoy it. But good to see you, Trish Mack, out there in Nova Scotia. Good to see everybody, people. Look at that. It's hot outside. Yeah, hot outside as we begin to creep towards 4 o'clock here in New York City. Welcome on into the show, people. You're right. My brain's molasses too, people. My brain is totally molasses too. Guess what, people? Guess what? Finally, it's the top of the hour. So, what does a family's okay? What does a family being shocked, a married couple that unites over mayonnaise, and of course a 95-year-old man yelling at a bear. Well, you know what that is? That's right now. That is this episode. Where's my buttons, Mrs. Babbage? That's this half hour on This Week on the Internet. This Week on the Internet, brought to us by the Potachix Pill. The Potachix, what are you doing to me, pill? Park's famous flavor, delicious sausages. Summon a demon sausage baby today and grab some Park's famous flavor sausages today. Ice cold Schaefer beer for people like having fun, for people like having more than one. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Ice cold 7-Up. 7-Up throws away with 7-Up because 7-Up is all action. And of course, babysovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy, all in a box. Bring you this second half hour of This Week on the Internet. Yes. Oh my goodness. Sarah C. Good to see you, Sarah C. Welcome on into the show. Good to see everybody, people. 50 of you guys ready to be entertained. So come and entertain with us. Come on, baby. If you haven't said hello, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. We got some great stories coming up here and more. And also, don't forget, you're also no more than 10 minutes away from traffic and weather. Jolie, bienvenue, bonsoir, bienvenue. Recently got 20,000 rotten eggs spilled on the Lancaster Highway. For real? 20,000 rotten eggs? Hold on. 20K rotten. And let's go PA Lancaster. Let's see. Yes, we got it. We'll talk about rotten eggs all spreading all over the road. Jazz Dog, good to see you. You got a craving for 7-Up? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's my job, is to make you crave 7-Up. Eventually, they'll be a sponsor of ours. Eventually, they'll be a sponsor. But good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, Trish. Good to see everybody, people. Good to see you, Jazz Dog. If you haven't said hello, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. We got all these stories and more on this second half hour of the show. I have divvied now. The show is shorter now. In my mind, 30-minute digestible clumps of information with your inputs. You could let me know how you feel about that. That's the magic of this. You are the show. You guys create the show. It's a hot day here in New York City. It's boiling outside. I think today's one of those days you get an egg and fry the egg on the floor. I will talk about eggs later on this half hour. Rebel Radio News time now is coming up on to 4:04. And it looks like we have an interesting story here. Actually, no. It's actually still top of the hour, so you know what that means. Traffic and weather and transit. Oh, that's right. Let's go to the weather map, please. There we go. It's a hot day here in New York City. It feels like 100 degrees outside. Not exactly fun to be outside. And let's go to the traffic map brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight. babiesovernight.com. Inbound delays here on the LIE. Outbound delays on the LIE getting towards Flushing Meadows. Looks like the Van Wyck and Central Parkway, Grand Central Parkway got delays. There's the usual volume delays here. Looks like we have a little bit of interesting volume delays here by JFK Airport. Yeah, so it looks like if you're going to fly in there, maybe take the air train and spend 3 hours getting to the airport. We got delays here on the belt here. Normal delays here. Normal delays across the Cross Staten Island Expressway. Cross Island Expressway? Staten Island Expressway? Is it called that? I don't know. Outbound delays here on the Holland Tunnel. Inbound delays on the Lincoln Tunnel. And GWB here, a slow ride going north here. Do we have a disabled something? Oh, we got construction happening along there around 129th Street. So the construction's slowing down everything. We got a couple of incidents that popped up here on the GWB here. Delays here. Let's see. Lower 3 lanes here. We have a couple of incidents here. So, yeah, it's a slow ride. Of course, the Cross Bronx Expressway, a nice slow ride. And, of course, you have your normal delays getting into Yankee Stadium right now. And will the Yankees win? Stay tuned and find out. I won't be live, though. But this traffic and weather updates, of course, brought to us by babiesovernight.com. We also have transit. We do have some delays as well on transit here. Let's see if we got any updates here. So the AC&E, let's see here. So we have the no rush hour E service just announced. And also, yes, we have a train with brakes activated at Queens Plaza, affecting the E, the F, and the R trains. And that is it. And we have a fresh delay here. Actually, fresh delay 2 seconds ago. We have a Brooklyn-bound L train. Brooklyn-bound L trains are running with delays after they removed a train in service. The train had a stuck door at Bedford Avenue that literally just came across. We also have let's see here. We do have also delays on the A train and of course, on a fucking beach day today, of course, going out to Rockaway Beach here, we are experiencing delays as they wait for a boat to cross the bridge there at the South Channel Bridge. The South Channel Bridge is currently open for a yacht. So everybody who is taking the Rockaway Shuttle or A train is stuck right now. So we got delays and all that good stuff brought to us by babiesovernight.com. But good to see you, Quacky Snack. Well, bring on the facts. Well, these are stories, but I appreciate that. Bring on the stories. Bring on the facts. Good to see you there, Quacky Snack. Did that rhyme? Good to see you there, Quacky Snacks. Welcome. It's a hot day here in the city, and we got some great stories. The next couple of stories were curated by the Duchess herself. She's bringing me all the good stuff here on this second half hour of the show. So, Mrs. Babbage, please, let's go back to the news. And this is an unbelievable story here, people. A family shocked to discover their adoptive father of their late pet dog. This is an incredible story here. We're going to Inside Edition, people. We're going to Inside Edition here. One family was devastated when their beloved family rescue dog unexpectedly died back in April. A day after the 15-year-old rat terrier Chihuahua mix died, Mom Jillian and 6-year-old Maya were scrolling through their local dog rescue's Facebook page, and they saw a dog that looked like Rufus. It looked just like Rufus. 3 days later, they adopted Ziggy because he reminded them so much of Rufus. Jillian decided to pay for a DNA test, and the family found out that their new senior rescue pup, Ziggy, is Rufus's father. Unbelievable, people. This is an incredible story here. We have videotape here. We have videotape to go here. So, Inside Edition here.
A beloved family rescue dog.
Aww.
Rufus was there for all the big family events. Jillian and Matthew Reef's wedding, the birth of daughter Maya and son Benjamin. So when the 15-year-old rat terrier Chihuahua mix unexpectedly died in April, the family was devastated.
It was traumatizing, obviously, for our family because we left him, but then this guy showed up.
Yep, 24 hours after Rufus died, Mom Jillian and 6-year-old Maya were scrolling through a local dog rescue's Facebook page and saw this little guy.
It was like we were looking at Rufus.
Come on, here we go.
3 days later, they adopted Ziggy because he reminded them so much of Rufus. Look at the two dogs side by side. You really saw some eerie similarities.
Yeah, it just everything about him, the way he walks, his mannerisms, it's hard for me to express how identical these two dogs are.
Jillian says Rufus almost used to sound like a human. So does Ziggy. How much like Rufus is Ziggy?
About 100%.
Jillian decided to pay for a DNA test.
So what did the DNA show?
50% rat terrier, 50% chihuahua. I noticed there was a little tab and it said relatives. And there was a picture of Rufus's profile that we had done almost 9 years ago. And it said, clear as day, son. I think I screamed. I was flabbergasted.
Yep, their new rescue pup, Ziggy, is Rufus's father.
Yes.
What are the chances?
It is a 1 in multiple millions chance. I will never be able to explain it. It is such a gift.
Da 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 da. Thank you, Inside Edition. Wow. How crazy is that? You adopt a dog and then you realize that the dog is I mean, it's just crazy. Wow, yeah, it's a doppelganger. Right? It looked exactly right. Exactly. How old is Rufus? Really, they said senior rescue pup, so probably maybe 10 or 15. Listen, it's amazing. It's amazing. But that what a hard, or I don't even know what to say after that. It was just so it is hard dealing with aging pets. It is. That is the doggy soap opera of soap operas. That is there is a story behind that, right? Absent father, maybe. Darian Wills, good to see you, Darian. Yes, I was a little sick on Saturday morning, but I'm feeling a lot better. Alejandro Gutierrez, good to see you. Welcome on into the show. What up? 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 Good to see everybody, people. Hope everyone's having a great day. If you're here in New York City, I hope you're in the air conditioning. Like me right now, reading the nonsensical news. And we got a doozy of a story coming up next. Love knows no bounds, people. Love knows no bounds. And this is truly a song about love, or a story about love coming up next. And then old man screaming at animals. Yes, bear. Old man, 95 years old, scaring off a bear. But, yeah, I was feeling a little, on Saturday. It was tough Saturday. Doing a tour with acid reflux was not fun. But I pushed through it. I was shaky. I was shaky for the rest of the day after the tour, so I went straight. I actually went to my parents' house, hung out with my parents for the afternoon, and mom fed me a banquet of hot dogs and potato salad. So it is still hot outside. Yeah, it's 92 outside right now. It feels like 103. So it is. This is the first day of 3 of a heat wave. Tomorrow will be the hottest day of the 3-day heat wave. So, but I have a feeling since I'm working outside tomorrow morning, I'm gonna try to get a live stream in, and I'll suffer for you guys. It's been a while since we've really suffered, so I feel like maybe we'll do a suffer live stream, because then on Wednesday, I am determined to go to the beach on Wednesday. So, and that'll be the third final day of the heat wave. So, but we have here a story of romance, a story of love. What is love? Knows no bounds, people. It knows no bounds. But we're going, People has an exclusive story here. A couple married in a chicken tender dipped wedding theme, officiated by Mayonnaise Mascot. A very on-brand exclusive. Yes, a couple found their love with mayonnaise, and this is love. I mean, if this isn't love, I don't know what is, people. Eating chicken tenders and mayonnaise. Good to see you, Carrie. Welcome. Foodies Nick Phillips and Heather Schroing have a lot in common, but one point that they agreed on early on in their relationship is that a dry sandwich is a crime. So it was fitting that the self-described condiment sommeliers, what, tied the knot in a wedding officiated by a mayonnaise mascot. So of course they're from Brooklyn, people. A Brooklyn-based couple were lucky winners of a contest thrown by Hellmann's in celebration of the brand's new line of chicken tender dips. The wedding package included a ceremony at the Viva Las Vegas Chapel, led by Hellmann's mascot Manny Mayo. I just learned about this. Why am I just learning about Manny Mayo now? I need to do some more research on Manny Mayo. Anyway, followed by a reception featuring chicken tenders, featuring a chicken tender towers and endless chicken tender dips. A professional photographer was, of course, on hand to capture all the special moments, and the couple was given $5,000 to cover their travel expenses. I mean, if this isn't love, I don't know what is, people. Being serenaded by Manny Mayo over here. So a Showering 34 tells People magazine that when a friend of her told her about the contest, she said, "It seems like it was made for us." She says that she and Phillips jokingly referred to themselves as the Saucemans, and they love to try new dips with their food. She says that for as long as we've been together, I've given Nick a sauce ornament. I started making them our third Christmas together, and the first one I ever made was the Hellmann's Mayo. Notes the journalist who founded the indie production studio No Smiling after creating several podcasts for Wondery. After submitting their entry, the couple had a hard time picturing getting married any other way. Phillips told People that when they learned the news on July 2nd that they'd been selected, that they immediately began screaming and jumping up and down. Again, if this isn't romance, I don't know what is, people. This is kind of cool. I want to make something like this happen myself. But the loved ones, meanwhile, were surprisingly unfazed by their unconventional wedding plans. The funny thing is that none of our friends or family asked questions when we invited them to watch us being wed in Vegas by a giant jar of mayonnaise in a Hellmann's chicken tender dipping sauce campaign. 60 people were instantly booked flights, and it was very on brand for us, they said. Adding to the serendipity of the location, the wedding date, July 21st, also happened to be Phillips's birthday. Wow. And look at this. They signed the marriage certificate in sauce, people. In sauce. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. In sauce, people. With less than 3 weeks to prepare, Showing and Phillips began the whirlwind process of choosing their wedding looks and setting up a registry. They opted to launch a honeymoon fund on Zola, and inviting their loved ones there. Everything fell into place like magic, the bride recalls. We found Nick's suit in 15 minutes, and my close friend is a wedding dress designer in Portland, Andrea Kate of Nouvelle Lune, who immediately agreed to make me a dream dress. And since the Hellmann's team was handling most of the other planning and logistics, the couple was able to simply ride behind being picked as the tender loving couple as they are. Wow, that's the wedding tender cake. That's the chicken tender wedding cake. Say that 10 times fast. Wow. Okay. And then they have a mayonnaise cake there. I guess I hope that's a real cake. Not everything has to be saved. Oh, these are credits for I thought they had the recipe on there. Anyway, it's a unique opportunity to actually be guests at our own wedding and enjoy it. It doesn't happen very often, if ever. She and Phillips, a field engineer for the dental x-ray company Plantima, first met through friends in their home in the state of Kentucky back in 2019. After Showering finished a graduate program at Columbia Journalism School, after a few more chance encounters in Kentucky. Schroing moved back to New York City not long after Phillips slid into Schroing's DMs, prompting her to dare him to come visit. They've been together ever since. I'll dip with you forever. That is so freaking romantic. A chicken tender. You can't get better than that. A chicken tender wedding. Sponsored by Hellman's. But good to see you, Karen J. McLean. Welcome. All my Canadians checking on in. Right? It was their destiny to meet. It was. But good to see you there. Good to see you there. A new one for cosplayers, right? Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Carrie. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Yes, and if you don't have air conditioning, please consider spending the day in a tub filled with cold water or maybe mayonnaise. You like mayonnaise with fries? I heard that's a French thing. That's an exotic food, right? That's a French thing. I've had mayo with fries a few times. It's not bad. I do prefer ketchup and maybe so much we call that barbecue sauce. I love barbecue sauce with my fries. Good to see you, Jay Chulo. Y'all are making me hungry, and I just ate. Damn it. A chicken tender wedding. That's pretty cool. The story goes on and on and on, though. They really dragged it out here. But here's another shot of the loving couple. Or ice. Or a pool. A pool would be great. You're not a ketchup person, so mayo barbecue sauce. There you go. They had all the sauces. They had all the sauces, people. Ooh, vinegar on fries. Ooh. That sounds fancy. Vinegar on fries. That sounds like a rare delicacy. It's like a delicacy, right? Anyway, traffic and weather. No more than 10 minutes away, and it looks like the weather radar is still wide open. Clear, breezy, free, and easy. And what else we have here? Real feel of 103 outside. Let's check the traffic. Brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight, babiesovernight.com. We got, look at this. The Verrazano Bridge is wide open, but westbound on the Cross Staten Island Expressway, you got some delays over there. Normal delays along the Belt Parkway, taking you up into Canarsie area. Couple of incidents going on here in the Carroll Gardens area. Let's see here. Oh, got a little bit of an incident here. A little crash. One lane was blocked about 20 minutes ago. Looks like it's open up again. And also a disabled vehicle blocking 3 lanes, or one of the 3 lanes there. That has just been updated about 5 minutes ago. So we got some delays here going up into Brooklyn Heights over there. Normal delays coming into downtown Brooklyn, Fort Greene area. A little bit of delays here, volume delays here along the Brooklyn Bridge over here. The Hugh Carey Brooklyn Battery Tunnel here is a nice ride here. Outbound delays, of course, on the Holland. Inbound's looking good, though. Inbound on the Lincoln, outbound on the Lincoln is nice, free, breezy, and easy. Normal delays around Yankee Stadium. Of course, we got a Yankee game going on tonight, and let's check our subways here. It is rush hour there, Ollie. It is rush hour. We got some delays here. We got fresh delays here on the 2-3 here. Uptown 2-3s are running with delays. After they move a train that's brakes has been activated at Bergen Street, so 2-3 delays there. Looks like we also have some delays. The AC&E here are having delays here. The A train's having issues going on too. Of course, somebody's yacht passed through the Broad Channel Bridge over here, and so we got some delays on the A and the Rockaway Park shuttle there as they wait for a boat to pass. And also, we still have some delays because a train with brakes were activated at Queens Plaza, affecting the E and the F and the R and the E, M, and R trains. There you go. E, M, and R trains are affected by that. Well, no rush hour service tonight on the E train. Remember that, too. We enjoy that E train bus express service there, the E train express service. No rush hour F express as well just popped up here. So if you need express trains, you're out of fucking luck. Just charge up your phone and entertain yourself while you wait in those transit delays. Anyway, that was brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight. You're burnt out with driving in New York? That's what makes having a bike amazing. That's what makes having a bicycle amazing. You get a bike, and you don't got to worry about those problems anymore. You really don't. Especially an e-bike. An e-bike, you just zip around, and you don't sweat, nothing like that. It's nice. It's nice, people. But we have another story here, curated by the Duchess, people, and she finds all the good news here. This is probably the coolest one of the three here. A 95-year-old Connecticut man scares a bear by taking a dip in his pool. All right, so a 91-year-old, I guess he wanted to cool off. By the way, this news coming us from I-95, the home of real rock and roll. If you don't you don't reach the ripe old age of 95 without learning how to handle surprises, even when they come in the form of a bear in your backyard pool. Early Tuesday morning, Marianne Heffernan was giving her 95-year-old father, Charles's plants a big drink of water when she heard a splash from the other side of the hedge. According to Hearst, Connecticut media, she discovered a young black bear had leaped into his in-ground pool and was doing the doggy paddle, or the bear paddle. Anyway, yes, the bear was doing the doggy paddle, people. When she informed her dad the bear was taking a mid-afternoon dip in his pool, Schmuckel rose out of his chair and proceeded to yell, "Get out of my pool!" at the furry visitor. "Not in my pool," he said, the elderly Connecticut man says, as he startled the bear in his pool. "Not in my pool!" And then it worked. The bear looked up and climbed out of the pool, shook off a bit, took a big slurp of water, checked the garbage cans for snacks, and then loped back into the woods behind Schmuckel's property. Connecticut has seen an uptick in black bear sightings this summer, according to the DEEP officials. Especially in western parts of the state, backyard pools, bird feeders, trash bins are frequent targets for these curious animals, often leading to unexpected encounters such as Schmuckel's encounter. His daughter posted a photo of the bear in mid-swim on social media. Since then, it's gone viral, he says. He insists he's not looking for fame. "All I wanted was my pool back," he said. And Deep reminds us to secure garbage cans, remove bird feeders during warmer months, and always report bear sightings to your local department's online portal. But yes. Let me see. Do we have a picture? Do we have a picture of this here? Secure your garbage cans, people. Do we have a picture of that? Okay, no, we don't have a picture of that. But anyway, the old man yelled at the bear. So remember that, people. If a bear comes into your pool, always just, "Not in my pool! Not in my pool!" That's not going to happen to my watch. Oh, do you like my wall behind me? That's all for the internet, Audrey. That's all for the internet. That's all. You have a lot of things to stare at and look at. I can even get out of the seat. And it's all framed up. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. My wall. It's all designed. It's all designed that way. Anyway, I'm visiting this guy's pool tomorrow. Let's take the Metro North up there. I-95, the home of real rock and roll. Bringing us this last story here. Not in my pool. I want to see the picture. Let me see if I can try to find the picture here. Oh, do we go? Here we go. We got the picture of the... Oh, that's a big pool. Yo, that's a big pool. Look, here we go, guys. I got a picture of it. Wow. That's a big pool there. That's a nice pool. Yo, let's go up to this guy's house. Let's take the Metro North up there. Not in my pool. Oh, that is the viral... Oh, here's another picture here. All right, you love the signage? Oh, you like the signage? I appreciate that. But that's the bear. The bears, the bears, the bears, the bears, the bears, the bears, the bears. Anyway, there we go. The old man lived to scream another day. Just like that. Another half hour of your life gone forever. I appreciate everyone hanging on out. As we got a lot more stories coming up. So a lot more stories. It's a nice cement pond, I'm telling you. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. That's a nice. Listen, if I was a bear, I'd be all over that pool. Not gonna lie there. Ain't that the truth? Right, the bear brought his own towel. He was nice. Right? He could have totally shared that pool with the bear. You should have just gone into the pool. Quacky, not right now, Quacky. We're not going to end with a stream on the Phoenix. Oh, I'm still feeling that. I know, it feels like 103 outside right now. Yeah, are you liking this stuff? Like and subscribe to the channel. Get us to 100,000. 44 people are watching. 62 likes. That's really good. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100 people. Like it's outside, 100 degrees. It feels like 103. We get to 103 likes. Maybe I'll sing some songs. Who knows? But you have survived another half hour of the show. We got some more stories coming up here. In the next half hour of the show, we have... Oh, yes, we're going to go to Pennsylvania here. 20,000 rotten eggs spilled on the Lancaster Road there. A man attempts by popping balloons with bodies, attempting a Guinness World Book record, and a forgetful husband leads to a 500,000 lottery prize. All that and more on the next half hour of the show. But good to see everyone. Do you like the weather widget there? I forget what it's called. But that weather reading right there is from Kingsborough Community College. That reading is from Kingsborough Community College. So not that far from me. So if it's that hot at Kingsborough Community College, that means it's hot everywhere. Yes, on a nice hot day, we'll talk about 20,000 rotting eggs being spilt. We'll talk about that and all more. Oh my God! Are we there, Mrs. Babbage? Oh, I forgot to do the thing. All right, Mrs. Babbage, we got it. All right, it's 30 minutes. It's now 31 minutes past the hour. We got some great news here. Traffic and weather no more than 10 minutes away, and all your comments and more. Let's sing some Ozzy. If we get to 100 likes, right? Well, sing Ozzy Osbourne, right? Maybe. I'll get in trouble. But all that and more. Let's check your traffic and weather. As we see here, the weather map not doing too... Well, it was very boring on the weather map today, but nice and warm, 92 degrees. Here at the Super Studios, let's check the traffic, thanks to babiesovernight.com. Everyone took my advice, it looks like. Everybody just took my advice. I said that the Hugh Carey Tunnel was wide open. Got some volume delays now on the Hugh Carey Tunnel. Outbound delays on the Brooklyn Bridge. So Manhattan and Williamsburg looking good. The Queens Midtown Tunnel. Like some outbound delays here going into the LIE. Inbound and outbound delays at the Queensboro Bridge, but nothing out of the ordinary. Lincoln Tunnel has some volume. Outbound delays on the Lincoln Tunnel. Inbound and outbound on Lincoln. Outbound only on the Holland. And, oh, look at this. We got some more delays here along the BQE here and into the LIE because it's lying to you. And then, oh, look at that. Also, the Van Wyck going into JFK Airport got some delays in both directions, too. And, of course, normal delays across the Belt Parkway. And then we also have some transit delays here. I think we still have our 2-3 problem here. Yeah, we still have our 2-3 problem here. One train's running with delays as they address a signal malfunction on 157th Street. And then we also have delays here. Oh, we got delays here. They still have not closed the Portal Bridge. Somebody still has their yacht passing the South Channel Bridge there for the so delays on the A and the Rockaway Shuttle. They're also still trying to move that train from Queens Plaza, affecting the E, M, and R trains at Queens Plaza. No rush hour service on the E this evening. And we also have a delay on the... Oh, we still have that delay on the shuttle there. Oh, yes, the L train here. They removed a train with a door problem over on Bedford Avenue, so expect delays on the Brooklyn-bound L trains, as it always goes. So, yes, we need more public transport options to the airport. You know, I could talk about that. I could rant about that if you like, really quick, Strawberry, because there was some... it was a big deal. It was a big deal when they built Idlewild Airport at the time. But unfortunately, Robert Moses got into the whole deal. Good to see you, William. Welcome. So yes, Robert Moses, he built John F. Kennedy Airport with basically no transit options, and you can't even put transit options in there without reconfiguring all the infrastructure, which we have been doing for the last 40 years, probably longer than that. But he had like this whole idea, terminal city, each airline terminal will be its own thing. Architecture was at its peak, but the car culture was also at its peak. So he basically just focused everything on the automobile. He thought buses could suffice direct transit access, and didn't really work out that way. And I will still say that the air train is still not the best solution to get to the airport. But at least now with Grand Central Madison, you could, take the LIRR to Jamaica, whether it be from Penn Station or Grand Central Station, take that to Jamaica. Then from Jamaica, you take down the air train. It's a much easier ride than taking the A train. But it's still like, I think what we need is like a dedicated ferry. Have ferries take people to and from the airports, and have convenient little spots in all the boroughs so that people can easily get there and then they can get to the airport. Fast ferries. It's kind of a nice solution, especially here in New York. Rebel Radio News time now. It is 35 minutes past the hour, and we'll continue on. I have an advocate for one lane. I have to advocate for one lane on all highways. Well, I mean, I don't know if that could happen. There's a lot of issues around that. I mean, it could. That'd be nice if it could happen, but I don't know, to take away one lane on highways without, I don't think that would be best. But it is still challenging for tourists, yes, to take all those different trains and everything like that. One direct way to the airport would be a lot better. Anyway, let's continue on with the news. Let's go to Pennsylvania. We're going to Pennsylvania here. Channel 8 WGAL is reporting that a truck hauling dump trailer spills 20,000 rotten eggs on a Lancaster, Pennsylvania road. Oy. A truck hauling a dump trailer filled with approximately 20,000 rotten eggs in Lancaster. And Wednesday morning, it spilled. It spilled there. We do have video here. The truck was taking the old eggs from an industrial plant in Greenfield to a mulch facility in Peach Bottom. According to the Lancaster City Bureau of Fire Chief DeLong, the eggs spilled in two different locations. The first spill happened along Route 30, at the Route 30 exit ramp east of Walnut Street in East Tampier Township. The second larger spill, which happened at the intersection of East Walnut Street and Route 23 and Pleasure Road in Lancaster City, the road had to be closed down for hours as a cleanup took place. He said that bulk liquid eggs are very slippery, and they have quite a bit of odor. And they are an environmental hazard when they go into the water, said DeLong. Impact from recent rain here. According to crews at the scene, the recent rainstorms rain collected in the open dump trailer, causing the eggs to float. The eggs should have sloshed off the trailer onto the road as the truck was making the turn at the traffic light. According to Chief DeLong, the trucking company is responsible for the cleanup, but the public works crews and Lebanon County hazmats were at the scene maintaining the situation to make sure that the spill doesn't impact the Congestia River, or Congestia River. I can't even pronounce that one. Anyway, the crews said that the storms expected later in the day would be a concern and are actively monitoring weather conditions. All roads at 3 o'clock were reopened on last Wednesday here. So this is a story from a week ago here. But I mean, yeah. Eggs, people.
Truck traffic. But yes, this is an atypical day
Very
for us in emergency
atypical.
response.
Deputy Fire Chief
toxic
Chris
omelet in
DeLong
the
says
road.
cleanup is the responsibility of the driver and the company, but they wanted to jump in and help as soon as they could to get things moving.
We partner with the trucking company to provide the cleanup of the spill in the end. So we started with absorbent, and we're using sand from PennDOT. But ultimately, the trucking company will handle the full cleanup.
All right, so yeah, the trucking company has
of
like
the
pay for that
situation
shit.
and all of its exposures.
All right.
Now there is still a tiny bit of a smell out
Okay,
here,
but
but
I
all
was gonna
roads
ask
have
you.
since reopened, and it does look pretty clear at the moment.
All right, good.
In Lancaster.
All right, so yeah, interesting story, but let me just quickly, can I rewind this? Or are they going to make me go to the next story? They're going to make me go to the next story. Anyway. What's going, just really quick, like, yeah, can I rewind this? What's going on here? Like, hey, come on, go back to the story. Go back to the story.
Arkansas
I
State
hate when it
Police say
does
a couple
that.
was attacked and killed.
Did you notice that guy putting down the whatever he was putting down on there? Like, what the hell was he doing? I need to see that again because it was just so comically funny. It was so funny. Don't do the... please don't, for the love of God, do the autoplay. Oh, Jesus Christ. But, oh, my God. Let's see. Good to see you, Stuart. Welcome. Good to see you, Sal Muscles. If it's not toothpaste or cheese, it's eggs. Exactly. I thought there was an egg shortage. Yeah, I mean, I thought there was an egg shortage, too. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What is he doing? What is this guy doing? He's like, just gonna put it down there. Just gonna, I'm just gonna get it all over. Get all over my pants. What are you, bro? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Why are you getting it all over your pants? You know, there's a better way of putting that shit in the road. We're getting it all over your shoe. You gotta get all, like, what the hell are you doing, man? Anyway, I need to just make sure I actually saw that and witnessed that with my eyeballs. Anyway. That's like sand or grit or whatever the hell it is. Anyway. The eggs were cleaned up and the town doesn't smell like rotten eggs anymore. Right? That aroma, right, could be savored for miles. In a time of egg shortages, we could have this amazing smell of rotting eggs. I mean, maybe he's taking a sandbag. Very moo-dang. Yes. Very moo-dang. By the way, moo-dang is a mascot from Thailand. Inside joke on the show. Inside joke on the show. This gonna just spill this shit everywhere. Hold on, people. They just spill this shit everywhere. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just gonna spill this shit everywhere. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great afternoon. I'm having a fun afternoon. I'm having a fun afternoon doing this show here. 93 degrees outside. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot, people. There you go. 92 at least down the block. Or on the other side of the peninsula. Whatever you want to call it. A lot of people at the beach. Crowds are out. People are having a good time here in Coney. Spend some money, though. Ride the Wonder Wheel. Ride the Cyclone. Say hello to Crazy Coney Island Kid at the Phoenix. And maybe ride the shopping cart. I don't think he's a professional, right? I think he's probably doing some kind of community service. That's true. He probably was doing some kind of community service. Anyway, that's true. What's the name of that movie? Was that one of Cool Hand Luke's friends? Anyway, let's continue on with some more news, people. Oy, oy, oy. A man attempts a Guinness World Book record by popping balloons between their bodies. Oy, 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 oy. Well, I guess it's art, people. It's art, and we got stupid video to prove it. It's like stupid human tricks. Serial Guinness World Book record breaker David Rush unofficially broke a record when he and a friend popped 10 balloons between their bodies in 7.5 seconds. This is a fucking plant story here, people. Rush, who has the more than 181 Guinness World Book record titles to his name, originally teamed up with his friend Jonathan Hollywood Hannon, and popped 10 balloons between their bodies in 15 seconds. Enough to overtake the previous record of 17 seconds. The duo found their time. The duo soon found their time had been beaten by Colton Shepard and Cameron Severson, who popped their balloons in only 11 seconds. Rush and Hollywood Hannon made another attempt at the title, managing to get their time down to 7.5 seconds. Evidence of their attempt now must be reviewed by Guinness World Book Records. They got to spend money to make it look they're like an official organization before the title becomes official. This is real news, LW. This is being reported by the Associated Press. Sorry, this is the Associated Press? No, this is United Press International. But this is real. This is real. This is weird. It's always fun, Quacky. This is a really dumb story here. Bloody hell. Let's go to the videotape. Let's go. Oh, this is what they. Oh, it's like they're doing like a dance there.
And I'll tell you why. It's because I took a new job in tech.
Okay, good
yes,
for
I'm
you.
Back in the normal
First day at
workforce,
work at the
still
Digi
breaking
International.
Records,
Awesome.
But I don't have time to record and make the videos, and so I'm coming back today with another Guinness World Records title attempt here, teaming up with Jonathan Hollywood Hannon yet again to reclaim a record for the fastest time to burst 10 balloons between two people. First time we went after it,
they're doing the bump. That's that dance from the 70s.
Seconds with a pretty sloppy go. This time we dialed it in, and watch what we have done.
And then we got to take all our jewelry off.
Wait, did we see a video by this guy already?
Taking off
this is all rigged.
Ah! Whoa!
This is the kind of sacrifice David makes for these records.
What kind of... This is rigged.
Check.
That's a dance. They're doing the dance. They used to do that in the 70s. I used to do that with my wife.
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on!
754.
Woo! 744. Go.
Well, there you go. Honey, do you hear gunshots outside?
Those two together.
I keep on hearing 7 gunshots over and over again. Anyway, they supposedly broke the record. This is from this guy's YouTube channel. It's all rigged, people. The game is rigged, people. The tables are tilted. Anyway, that's a rigged story. I don't know, people. It's a waste of balloons, right? And shouldn't there be like a set thing with how inflated the balloons are? Like, what are the parameters? How big the balloons have to be? What the balloons have to be made of? I think there should be the exact same amount of air. Like, anyway. Good to see you, Nina. Welcome. People wasting perfectly fine balloons all around the world, everyone. It's a thing. What can I say? It's a thing. Right? Well, the eggs were not a waste because the eggs were already rotten. So the eggs were wasted in the process of making other egg-like stuff. So that was like the refuse. So you always get a certain amount of rotting eggs in that situation. So the eggs were not... There were no eggs actually being intentionally wasted, but these balloons are being intentionally wasted. So, yeah. It's all rigged, people. Yeah, they were rotting eggs. They were rotting. The egg story had rotting eggs. So, it is what it is. I can't stand people wasting food or playing with it. Look at the news. I know. Don't get me started on that. In this age of multiplication, there's too many people starving on this planet. Good to see you, Myrna Bergen. Welcome up there in Montreal. We're just going through the news stories. One more news story, then we'll get ready for the next hour of the show, I guess. We'll do an open talk after this next story. How about that? But another lottery plant story, everybody. A forgetful husband leads to South Carolina woman's $500,000 lottery prize. Wow. A South Carolina woman whose husband forgot to buy her lottery tickets made her own trip to the store and ended up winning $500,000. The upstate woman told South Carolina educational lottery officials that she made the trip to the 357 Ready Mark in Lyman because her husband had forgotten to buy her lottery tickets as requested. I was standing in line and these bright, shiny, and glittery tickets caught my eye, so I bought 3 of them. The first 2 Money Madness Extra Play tickets weren't winners, but the third earned her a $500,000 prize. She said, I felt like Jed Clampett when I discovered this bubbling crude. I'll have, what's she going to do with her newfound wealth, she said? She said that I'll have a little fun, take some trips, and retirement will come sooner rather than later. Well, congratulations there. Congratulations. What's your name? Well, we don't have a name here, so congratulations to that woman in South Carolina. I think it was the karma. She had to buy the tickets herself in order to win. I mean, I think it's just one of those things. It's the karma that gets it. All right? All right, it comes into a man named Jacob. Let's do a story about a man named Jed. Black gold, Texas tea, oil, that is. Well, it can still happen. See, winning the lottery can still happen. All you gotta do is just read these nonsensical stories. So we had the first half hour of the show, curated by the Duchess. We had a story from who gave me the Pennsylvania story? Was that you, Ape? Was that April? Thank you so much for the story out of Pennsylvania. And we got some. I think now we're going to Associated Press, right? Yes. We're going to Associated Press for the next hour of the show. But good to see everybody. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday after. Oh, is it Wednesday? No, it's Monday. See how off I'm on the days? This isn't good. I hope everyone's having a great Monday afternoon. It was you, Jolie. Thank you so much, Jolie, for the story out of Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Jolie. Much, much, much appreciated. Yeah, Karma is a nice song, all right, Karma? Karma Police. Oh, you saw me program the show. Look at that. How funny is that? Anyway. Traffic and weather no more than every 10 minutes away. It's freaking hot outside. Oh, she would tell me, Myrna. Not a doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind. Good to see you, Oleg. Oleg, I hope you and your family are doing well out there in Dnipro. Slava Ukraine. Slava Ukraini. Oh, Karma Chameleon. That's another song with Karma. So we got Karma Police, Karma Chameleon. Songs that feature the word karma for 300. Are we playing Rock and Roll Jeopardy? We're playing Rock and Roll Jeopardy, people. 53 people watching, 73 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Let's get to 100. We're just hanging out here enjoying the air conditioning. And I'm slowly but surely getting very hungry. But just like that, almost another hour of our lives gone forever. Oh, it's 53 minutes past the hour. This day drags on. It feels like 106 degrees outside. Okay, that's a good thing, Oleg. I'm happy that you're safe and sound. It's not, that's a scary situation that you guys are dealing with out there, and I'm thinking about you all the time, man. That's Price is Right Muzak. Yeah, I have a lot of Price is Right Muzak. And actually, most of this music is, was all composed by the same guy. It was composed by this guy named Ed Koloff. So Ed Koloff did most of this music that you hear me talking over. You know your television if you know what's playing in the background right now. Little 10-year-old me will be staring at a TV when this music was playing intensely. Anybody got to get this song? What game show is this from? Let's see. Do you know this one? Anybody know it? This is late 80s, very early, like 91. He did get residuals. No, Ed Koloff lives a very cool and comfortable life. Anybody? Nope, not concentration. He's done concentration. If you're a 90s kid, you would know this. This is more of like if you're an 80s or 90s kid, you would know this. You got 10 seconds. All right. I guess nobody got it. There we go. All right. So that was from the. It was syndicated for a while. It was on Fox Networks for a while, but that's from Nickelodeon. That's Finders Keepers. That's the house cue when they went through the whole house and they had 90 seconds to find stuff in the house. That's one of 3 different music cues that they used. So there you go. You know what? This episode, this fine first 90 minutes of the show was brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Lorraine, good to see you, Lorraine. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Yeah, some of you might be a little bit too old, but yeah, you imagine me like watching. Anyway, I'm a 90s kid. But you like Match Game? I have the Match Game theme ready to go if you want to hear it. But you never saw. Oh my God, Finders Keepers. Yeah, it was a show. It was a game show for kids in late '89, '90. It only lasted a few years, and then it was on Fox for a little bit. But anyway, this first 90 minutes of the show was brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box, overnight guaranteed. Babiesovernight.com, bringing you this first hour of the show. Right, Mrs. Babbage?
Thinking about having children, but worried about how it will affect you?
Are you kidding me? Have you seen what vaginas look like after birth? No way.
Babies are too much of a gamble. Who wants to risk having a baby that's slow or ugly when you can order one off of the internet? I love babiesovernight.com.
That's right, babiesovernight.com. 9 months is too long to wait for happiness. And if you aren't completely satisfied with the baby you receive, dispose of it carefully and we'll send another. Don't ruin your body for someone that's going to hate you in a few years and steal money from your purse.
I love babiesovernight.com.
babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box, overnight, guaranteed.
And there you go. Nina returned her baby overnight with babiesovernight.com. And I'm happy you got it back. Yeah, definition of show music, right? Definition show music was cool. This is concentration hearing now in the background. You remember Double Dare? Me too, LW. I got some Double Dare. Actually, this sound here is from Double Dare as well. This sound here, that's from Double Dare. What about dropped bladders? I don't know. But you can't return the father. No. Only the baby. So babiesovernight.com. Good to see you there, Big T. Welcome. We got some wacky stories coming up in the next hour of the show. Like Indian police finding a Russian woman and her 2 daughters living in an isolated forest cave. Dogs and their owners paddleboarding. A zookeeper in Prague turns into a puppeteer. And police arresting a man for running a fake embassy. All that and more in the second hour of the show. But all kinds of side effects from Burton. I know, Myrna. It's a messy business. Bringing humans into this world is a messy business. So. But good to see everybody. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon as we drag on the show here. 78 minutes, 78 likes in the box. Keep on hitting that like button if you haven't already. and what are the top fans here? Top fan is Cake813 with 150 experience points. Strawberry Fields, Kim Jensen, Ollie G, and Nina round out the top 5. So top fans in the chat during the show. So keep on talking amongst yourselves. Maybe you'll get some extra points. I don't know how you get the points. And we still haven't figured out the point of the point system. Rebel Radio News time now is 59 minutes past the hour. 59 minutes past the hour. Coming up to the top of the hour. Are there goats on Prince Edward Island who do what? There are goats on Prince Edward Island that paddleboard? What? Are you serious? That's really cool. I'm gonna try to find a photo of that right now. I want to see. Oh yeah, look at that. Yo, this is like a thing. This is a thing. All right. We're going to start the next hour of the show with that, all right? Top of the hour. It's not request time, Nibble. Sorry about that. We're not doing no more. We're not doing any radio shows, unfortunately. But bonsoir, bienvenue, Nibble. We got goats paddleboarding. We got videotape of it as well. But we're just getting to the top of the hour. That's all we're doing here. And you know what? I think it is. My goodness. We're just dragging on here. It's the top of the... Where is it, Mrs. Babbage? It's the top of the hour. Oh, my goodness. We got more stories from the internet coming up on this next hour of the show. I am feeling better. How was it the other day after the tour? It was tough. I ended up going home to my parents' house, Lorraine. I went home to my parents' house and chilled out and had a banquet of Nathan's Frankfurters and a potato salad. It brought me back to life. And then I got together with the Duchess. I had a coffee. It was great. Cake813, right? Who knew? Paddleboarding goats coming up the top of the hour. It's 5 o'clock here. You don't need to watch your local news. You can watch me right now. I know, stop saying top of the hour. I'm sorry, Nibble. It's radio stuff. But good to see you, Stuart Karan. Welcome. Or Karan Stewart. Welcome. I'm sorry, Nibble. Nibble wants to hear music. I might make a coffee after this stream. It's a beautiful day here in New York. You hung out with did you really hang out with these goats? So, ladies and gentlemen, good to see you. It is 5:02 now in the afternoon. You got points, Trish. Get those points. Get those points up, people. Keep on talking amongst yourselves, and we'll see where we end up at the bottom of the hour here. But so supposedly in Nova Scotia, Trish Mack has let us know that evolved yoga goats, maybe evolved yoga. Who said the goat story here? I got to give credit where credit is due. Karen J. McLean up there in Canada. Karen J. McLean has hung out with these goats. We're going to the CTV News right now, and so this is clearly a thing.
To do this summer, we have an idea for you. CTV's Alana Pickrell suggests
so
a
we
beach
could do
day
this. Let's go to the
alongside
beach.
28 playful and adorable goats.
With calm waters, an empty beach, and 28 goats to befriend, Claire O'Connor and her family are repeat visitors to the PEI farm known as Beach Goats.
They're a lot of fun. One of them out there was staying by my feet the whole time, and
email me a photo,
seemed like we
please.
had a connection, so it was a lot of fun.
Yo.
Beach Goats opened to the public 5 years ago, a dream come true for owner Devin Celia.
My goats have been raised on the beach, so they think that living on the beach is exactly where they're supposed to be. And You get to come out and enjoy the goats, hang out on the beach with them, go paddleboarding with them.
They participate in everything from paint nights to paddleboarding, but their biggest job of all is to provide a glimpse into an animal that many don't see up close and personal.
They are not the bullies and the stubborn and eating everything kind of goats that you hear about in the storybooks. They're very compassionate and very kind and very sweet. So I wanted everybody to be able to enjoy that and enjoy what I have and enjoy the happiness that I get from them.
10-year-old Charlie Leduc has been volunteering with beach goats for 7 months.
Before I moved here, I came here all the time.
Similar to other guests, she too is a repeat visitor. And while it's almost impossible to pick a favorite,
Apollo, he's so cute. And the only reason why I fell in love with him was because one time I had him in my arms and he fell asleep.
Aww. With unique personalities, Celia says they're really members of the family.
I know all of their names. They know their names. They know each other's names. We celebrate their birthdays. They're each individuals instead of a herd of livestock.
A one-of-a-kind experience that draws people in with the help of some very persuasive and cute four-legged friends.
I've paddleboarded before, first time with goats. Probably not the last. I'd like to come out here again next year.
While many of us think of the beach as a summertime activity, these beach goats aren't fair weather animals. The farm is open year-round with different activities, and the goats are happy to see visitors no matter the season. Alana Pickerel, CTV News, Richmond, PEI.
Top of the hour news there, the news that you need to hear here at the top of the hour. I want to go to Nova Scotia now and go paddling with the goats. Karen, please feel free to email me a photo. I would love to see that. Oh my God, creating communities does matter. It really does, people. In this wacky day and age we're all living anyway. Anyway, you're no more than 10 minutes away from traffic. This is very important news, Nina. Here's the weather. It's hot outside, 91 degrees here at the Super Studios. Feels like 100, I think, right? We got a wind gust of 7 miles an hour, visibility of 9 miles an hour. And, I got Nova Scotia, that's right, Prince Edward Island. I got to go to Prince Edward Island to go hang out. But it feels like 105 outside. Anyway, I want to go paddleboarding with goats in Prince Edward Island. That sounds like fun. Quacky Snacks is enjoying a caramel macchiato iced coffee. That sounds really nice. It sounds so nice that I had to sneeze right there. And 98 degrees in Orlando, in under of 98 degrees. Turn on the air conditioning there. Nice and hot in hot Orlando. Good to see you, the boss, out there in Dundee. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Let's hit up the traffic map here, courtesy of babiesovernight.com. Looks like we got outbound delays right now here on the Brooklyn Bridge, but we just had an incident pop up here on the outbound Holland Tunnel. All the lanes were closed for a few minutes, but now they have all reopened with residual delays. So outbound delays on the Holland Tunnel. Inbound's looking pretty good. Lincoln Tunnel looks like it's freeing up pretty good right over here on the Lincoln Tunnel in both directions. Yes, indeed, goats and chihuahuas. That's the end game right there, Myrna. Uptown on the West Side Highway there in the 115s, 120s there. We got some delays there going up to the GWB. Crosstown delays, as always, on the Cross Bronx Expressway. We got some delays around LaGuardia Airport. Normal stuff. Also, some volume delays coming into downtown Brooklyn along the BQE. Hugh Carey Brooklyn Battery Tunnel looking good as well. We got some delays here. This is probably all just normal traffic delays here around JFK Airport. A slow ride on the Van Wyck today, so take your time when you're going on into Van Wyck there. LIE heading into Flushing Meadows, a slow ride going all the way out now. All the way out to Alley Pond Park. So a nice slow ride indeed. We just check the rails really quick. I think is that guy still having his yacht slow down the A train? Let's see. Yes. Okay, so trains are running with delays. So it looks like the Portal Bridge was open for about the South Channel Bridge was open for about 15 minutes, it looks like. The bridge has reopened with lots of residual delays. No rush hour E-service. Looks like we cleared up that problem over there at Queens Plaza. We have a train's activated brakes. The emergency brake was activated at Avenue U on the F train. So uptown Manhattan-bound delays in Brooklyn here on the F train. We also have some issues here on the one train. One train is running with delays as they address a signal malfunction near 157th Street. Other than that, the trains and the buses are on or close to schedule. Make sure that your devices are charged up so that you can entertain yourself while you're stuck in traffic and weather and transit delays. What? Anyway, let's go around the Earth cameras here, people. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Yeah, great Maritime Museum in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I could see that. I could see that happening. But as we go over... Oh, the Earth Cam is dying to play advertisements right now. Because that's what it does. Is it done playing advertisements? We could go our Coney Island camera. A lot of people out on the beach right now. It looks like it's a nice day here as we all use our Uber Eats stuff there. Got a big yacht parked right in front of Statue of Liberty at the moment. Right there. It's a nice day. Brooklyn Bridge. Looks like we have some... looks like our camera might be fuzzed out over there, but that's fine. There is our Jersey City camera. Looking fabulous. It's hot outside. A real feel of 105 here in New York City. So it's a nice day to stay inside and to listen to me give you the nonsensical news. So it's coming up to 9 minutes past the hour, 5:09 here in New York City. And now let's continue on with the news. This is a very weird story. Indian police find a Russian woman and her 2 daughters living in an isolated forest cave. A cave. Associated Press is reporting. So we got a picture here. Look like she maybe had a little apartment set up in that cave. But let's see. From New Delhi, Associated Press is reporting that police in India's southern Karnataka state said on Wednesday that they found a Russian woman and her 2 daughters living in isolation in a remote forest cave. The woman, identified as Nina Kutina, 40 years old, and her daughters, aged 6 and 4, were found by police during a routine patrol in the Ratamatirian Hill, and that hill's a popular tourist site on the coast of Karnataka. On July 9th, police officer Sindhar SR said that the family had been living in a cave for more than a week. The police said that they were taking steps to repatriate Kutina to Russia for overstaying her visa. She and her children have been moved to a nearby detention facility for foreigners for illegally living in India. The police said that in a statement that Kutina spent her time in the cave by meditating by candlelight. She told that's what she said to investigating officers. Interested in staying in the forest and worshiping God, she said. Sindhar said that Kutina told police that she had worked as a tutor for a Russian-language Goa, a coastal tourist state in southern India. It's nothing but love for her adventure that brought her here, said Sindhar. He said that police have found pictures of her, of Hindu deities, on the inside walls of the cave where she and her family were living, or she and her daughters were living. In a photograph provided by the police, she's seen in front of the cave with makeshift curtains made of red saris that covered the entrance to the cave. So yeah, she pretty much set this place up to live in. Pretty crazy story, I have to say. I mean, maybe expansion. Yeah, maybe, Oleg. Or maybe she was just trying to get away from all that nonsense. But just a very, very interesting... very... very interesting story. Is Prince Edward Island very touristy? That's a good question. Indians should be concerned. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. And Quacky Snacks sending me cool vibes. And thank you so much for the very generous €12 super chat. Thank you so much for today's €12 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big €12 super chat. Quacky, thank you so much for donating some duckies to me. I appreciate it. Let me entertain you for another 45 minutes, please. But hey, anything is possible in India. You can live inside of a cave. Hopefully everything works out fine. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, especially out there in Russia. So, who knows, people? Who knows? Thank you so much for your donation, Quacky. Much appreciated. More wacky news, like photos that show dogs and their owners paddleboarding in England's south coast. More animal stories on paddleboards coming up next. on this hot day here in New York City. Oh my goodness. Oh, the camera's working again. Yay. Nice day to be on the water. I wish I was on that yacht that's right in front of the statue. I wish I was on that yacht. Oh, is my monitor issue clearing up again? My monitor issue is clearing up. The interference is slowly making its way up. Computers. I have to say, people. Computers. Pain in the ass. But without computers, I can't do anything. Like tell you guys the news. But yeah, the monitor's like resetting itself now. It's gonna be fun to watch for the next 45 minutes. But thank you so much, Quacky. Thank you so much, everyone. Hit that like button on the video. I appreciate it. How many likes are we up to here? Let me see. We got 50, 49. We got 49 people watching. 79, now 80 likes. We hit 80. Let's get to 100. We could do it. We could do it. One day, I know, one day I'm going to have 1 million subs and my own yacht. And I would live stream it. A live stream from it every single day. Do we have... I have now... This is crazy. Electrical stuff is wacky. I'm having weird interference now on my camera phone. It's on my old iPhone. Okay, whatever. It works. A lot of watercraft in the water because it's a hot day here. 100 degrees up here in New York. Let's do it. Let's continue on with the news, everybody. Photos show dogs and their owners paddleboarding for a fun event on England's south coast. We got pictures here, people. Look at this. Oh, they're having fun. Look at that. It's nice, perfect for a hot day. They'll be going to Poole, England. As the Associated Press is reporting that dogs and their owners took to the waves on Sunday for the UK Dog Surfing Championships on the English South Coast. The fun event combines paddleboarding of four-legged athletes and their enthusiastic owners for what is being billed as a light-hearted competition. So there we go, people. Lots of watercraft in this water here with dogs. Can we bring this to New York? Can we bring this to Coney Island? That'd be awesome. Come on, guys. Look at this little guy. He's ready to go. Yeah, I want to literally go right down the block and go into the water now. Look at this guy. He's the winner there. He's like, hey, look at me. That's the champion. Yeah, that's Charles Barnes and Margot celebrating their win at the Dog Masters Festival. So these are the champions right here. Some great photos here. Yeah. Oh, Associated Press like, can you give us money? Anyway, look at these pictures here. Oh, look at that guy. Yeah. Nice. Oh, so that's a photo gallery was curated by AP photo editors. Thank you, guys. But there you go. A paddleboarding event to keep the doggies and the doggos nice and happy. Can we bring this to Coney Island? Right, throw in a ball in there or something like that. Look at that. They're having fun. That's a fun day. I'm not going to lie. That's a fun day. That's a fun freaking day right there. But they're your champions in this lighthearted competition. We need more of that, right, people? We need more dog events. We need more dog events, people. Dog events are the best events. I think we could all agree on that. That dog events are the best events. So, right, we gotta bring goat yoga to Coney. Goat and dog yoga. Right? I hear Rufus wants to paddleboard. I think so, Jolie. I think Rufus definitely wants to paddleboard. Let's all go to the beach, everyone. It's 100 degrees outside. Look at how hot it is out there, people. It's a hot day out here. It's freaking 100 degrees. Going back to the weather radar here. Yeah, look at that. 91. Feels like 105. Let's all go down to the beach and go paddleboarding. That's what I'm talking about. But I think Rufus and Rupert. If Rupert's watching, Rupert, let's all go paddleboarding. Let's all go paddleboarding. More wacky stories coming up next. Zookeeper in Prague turns to a puppeteer to save baby vultures. Yes, we're going to save the baby vultures through puppeteering. And then some other wacky stories thanks to Associated Press. Maybe the Associated Press's website's fixing my monitor issue. Because it runs weird. 18 minutes past the hour. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. I know I am. I'm hanging out with all of you guys. Reading the news. If you haven't said hello, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. 81 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the likes coming. Let's get to 100. It'll be a beautiful thing. And that's right. If we get to 100, maybe I'll sing some Ozzy Osbourne, right? We'll get the copyright. We'll get the copyright. All right. We'll do it for the Commandants. Isn't that music great? Oh, my goodness. Rebel Radio, the name of that tune was Jive Walk from the 1973 season of The New Price is Right. Anyway, or Q number 227? No. 223. 223? 223. Anyway, let's continue on with the news, Myrna. Zookeepers in Prague turn into puppeteers to save baby vultures. Oh, yeah. So good to see you there, Zahala? Sorry, Liza Lahala? Good to see you there. What song was playing? A bunch of Q music. Anyway. Zookeepers in Prague turn puppeteers. They look at this. So they turn into puppeteers to feed the vultures here, people. Zookeepers in Prague sometimes have to become puppeteers to save newborn birds rejected by their parents. This was the case for a lesser yellow-headed vulture chick that hatched 3 weeks ago. The bird keeper Anatonin Vladi said on Thursday that when a dummy egg disappeared from the nest, it signaled to its keepers that the parents were not ready to care for their two babies, despite doing so back in 2022 and 2023. The first newborn is being kept in a box and fed using a puppet designed to mimic a parent bird, while the other is expected to hatch in the next few days. Valdili said that the puppet is needed to make sure that the bird will be capable of breeding, which it won't if it gets used to human reaction, or interaction. So yeah, it won't be able to breed if it hangs out with humans too much. He explained that the puppets don't have to have a perfect. They don't need a perfect replica of an adult bird because the chick responds to certain signals, such as the pale orange coloration on its featherless head and neck. The lesser yellow-headed vultures live in the wild in Latin America and Mexico, but the Prague Zoo is one of only 3 zoos in Europe that actually breed them. In the past, the park successfully applied this treatment to save critically endangered javelin green magpies and 2 Rhydinero hornbilled cheeks. The puppet feeding technique is applicable for birds that live in pairs. The method has been working well, Vivaldi said. We'll see what happens with the vultures in the future. So there we go. Puppeteers saving vultures till vulture again in the day. I'm getting tired here. Sally Skipico, good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go out on a limb and say something very crazy. I'm going to say something very crazy right now. Puppeteers are going to save the world. Just saying that. Maybe puppeteers are going to help this whole thing of what's it called? Society. Hopefully they'll keep it going, and the puppeteers will bring joy and happiness and camaraderie for all of us as a species, as a human species. So the puppeteers will save the planet, one puppeteering thing at a time. That's right. Gotta zig orthology, man. Good to see you, Shaman Zito. Man, you gotta dig that orthology, man. Man, you don't know what orthology is, man. Shaman Zito, good to see you. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. I'm certainly having a fun afternoon. Reading all these news stories. I'm actually, I'm starting to see like the end of the rainbow here. I only have so many stories now left in my roster. So, did you hear about a kind-hearted weird story? Yes, Elmo agrees with Dutch. That's right, he does. We're friends. Me and Elmo are friends. Puppeteering will be able to teach to talk to the masses and help us get over ourselves as a species, as a whole. So then we'll share more. In this age of multiplication that we all live in, we have computers, right? Why are there people starving on this planet? It makes no sense. There was a video of a chicken trying to hatch light bulbs, but she didn't have any of her own. Oh, Jolie found another story. I'm gonna look that up right now. Chicken trying to hatch light bulbs. Found it. Fucking internet. Fucking internet. And this is kind of recent. A couple of years ago. Rebel Radio news time now is 24 minutes past the hour. You're never more than 10 minutes away from traffic and weather. We'll continue on here, looking at the weather radar here. Nice and hot here in New York with the wind coming out of the south. Real feel of 105. Now, we got some clouds in the sky, but nothing too crazy. Let's go check the traffic, courtesy of babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight guaranteed, babiesovernight.com. Outbound delays on the LIE here, taking you right up to Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. Looks like delays have eased, going out towards the suburbs of Nassau County. Normal delays along the BQE going around downtown Brooklyn here. Actually, a nice slow ride here coming up to the Brooklyn Bridge. Outbound delay here on the Brooklyn Bridge, but that's probably some volume. Hugh Carey, Brooklyn Battery Tunnel looking pretty good going in and out. We got a little bit of an incident here on the outbound Holland Tunnel there. Inbound Holland Tunnel looking good as well. Looks like we have outbound delays as well. Inbound delays as well also on the Lincoln Tunnel, but outbound on the Lincoln is looking fabulous. Queensboro Bridge looking good. Queens Midtown Tunnel looking good. We also have our Williamsburg and Brooklyn and Manhattan. Williamsburg and Manhattan Bridge is looking good as well. A little bit of a delay here along the RFK Triborough Bridge going into Astoria. So a little bit, I think that's all delays here. Yeah, we got some normal delays here around Yankee Stadium here. West Side Highway, we got some delays here in going up from the one teens there, going all the way up to the GWB. GWB got a bunch of issues, but the bridge itself is looking good. Getting into the bridge is a pain in the ass. And, of course, the Cross Bronx Expressway is always backed up like it always is. Let's check your transit, everybody. Let's check the transit delays here really quick. What do we have? Anything up on the map here? Did we open? Oh, I think we might have opened up some... Yes. Oh, no, we do. We got some... Yes, we're still dealing with the one train. Uptown one trains are running with delays as they address a malfunctioning signal at 157th Street. 456, we got some problems on here. Uptown 6 trains will run express from 42nd Street to 125th Street. If your stop is skipped, take a downtown train. Expect Uptown 4 and 5 trains with delays. Uptown 6 trains will run express. And yes, they take that downtown train. We have some kind of issue there that they're not talking about. We have a brake situation again on the F train at Kings Highway. A train was activated there with the emergency brakes. So uptown, Manhattan-bound F trains experiencing delays around the Kings Highway area because somebody had to hit the emergency brake. Thank you. And after that, everything else is wide open. So don't forget, take the train. Make sure your devices are all fully charged so you could entertain yourself while you're stuck on the train or in traffic. That update brought to you by babiesovernight.com. What do you understand? The chickens are brooding and will hatch just about anything. Golf balls, wooden egg decoys. Really? I heard other fowls animals. Yes, I have heard about this. So let's go to the videotape here. And is this a short here? made a video. No. I thought I found it. That's a TikTok video. Ew. There we go. Hatching a light bulb. So here's a picture of a chicken hatching a light bulb, everyone. Trying to hatch a light bulb here. For context, I have 2 hens, no roosters. As far as I can tell, Big Mama hasn't been out of the coop since she began sitting on the light bulb. She appeared healthy, so I left her sorted out on her own. My wife thinks that the egg contains chicks, but I don't think that's possible. But it is a thing here. Let's see. We have actual... that's a Facebook video. There we go. Heat lamps and raising backyard chickens. Heat lamps on that. That's not it. Egg hatching only using a bulb. Anyway, we're finding all of the chicken. I thought I found the story, but I guess not. Want to hatch light bulbs there, but anyway, chicken lays light bulb eggs. You could put it's not depressing. It's just the animal's doing what it's doing. You know, it's letting its genetics run there. It's doing what it's doing. It's letting its genetics run. Anyway, as my nose begins to drip, let's continue on with the news. A man posed as an ambassador and ran a fake embassy in India. Of course, we're going back to India, people, where all the cool stuff happens. So this guy here, he ran his own fake embassy here. Associated Press is reporting out of New Delhi that Indian police have arrested a man running a bogus embassy from a rented residential building near the capital, New Delhi. And they recovered cars with fake diplomatic plates as well. The suspect impersonated an ambassador and allegedly duped people for money by promising overseas employment, said the senior officer Shuli Gul of Uttar Pradesh State Special Task Force in northern India. According to police, Habavasharan Jan, 47, claimed to have acted as an advisor or ambassador to entities such as Serbogia and Western Antarctica? Antarctica? What? Anyway, the police recovered multiple doctored photographs showing Jean with world leaders and fake seals of India's foreign ministry and nearly 36 counties. Jean is also suspected of illegal money laundering through shell companies abroad. He said that he's also facing charges of forgery, impersonation, and possessing fake documents. The police recovered 4 cars bearing fake diplomatic plates and nearly 4.5 million Indian rupees. That's around $52,000, and other foreign currencies in cash from Jian's rented premises, right? Anyway, which were also adorned with international flags of several nations. Of course, the guy could not be found for immediate comment, but how the hell do you run your own fake embassy? How do you make that happen? People are crazy, man. Right? He act like no one's gonna find out, right? That's ridiculous. That's a good startup company, right? But how do you just... Nobody's gonna find out. I mean, when you're dealing with government shit, you know, like, here's the embassy right here, people. I guess we made it to the embassy, honey. There's the beautiful embassy right there. They got a bike out in front, honey. That's how you know they're legit. They're legit. They got a bike out in front. They're legit. They got an Audi and a bike, honey. They're good. They do some crazy shit out there in India, I have to say. They do some they do some crazy stuff out there. Looks about right? Looks legit. They got a bike and an Audi out in front. It's all right. They're good. It's all right. We got some things there. It's all right. It's good. Anything is possible, I have to say. Anything is possible in this wacky day and age. It's too legit to quit. Exactly. 33 minutes past the hour. It's 5:33 here in New York City. We got a play on words here. Oh, look at this! We got a story from New York State here. Oh, let's get that one going here. Let's continue on, people, with the news. A bull moose is blocking a New York mountain trail, and wildlife researchers don't know why. Why is this bull moose blocking the road? We don't fucking know. Look at this fucking guy. He's like, hey, it's my fucking road over here. It's my road. Anyway, a big bull moose has spent the summer lingering around a popular Adirondack mountain hiking trail, prompting New York State wildlife officials to close the path as they monitor as they monitor the potentially ailing animal. So it might be hurt, people. The Goodman Mountain Trail in Horseshoe Lake Wild Forest has been temporarily closed since June 6 due to the oddly behaving animal. The moose is staying on our trail near the summit, and sometimes it's sitting, sometimes foraging in the small area, according to the Department of Environmental Conservation. Attempts to coax the moose from its trail have failed. They said that this is very unusual behavior, said Ded Kramer of the agency there. Typically, this time of year, moose would have moved down to the lower elevations where they're primarily browsing on aquatic vegetation. Kramer estimates the moose to stand about 6 feet tall, 1.8 meters, and shoulder the weight of 900 pounds or more. The spread of its antlers indicate that it might be around 4 years old. It's a mystery why the moose won't move on, but the agency says that an underlying illness influencing behavior is suspected. The moose are susceptible to a couple of different parasites that could lead to their death. So hopefully this moose gets the help that it needs and hopefully moves on. The poor guy. He might be in really bad shape there. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully he gets the help that he needs. Yeah, just ask him and he'll move on. Reading that story, I have to really blow my nose. Good to see you, John C. Welcome. I hope this moose works out there. I hope this moose makes it out fine. Pardon me while I blow my nose. Oh, I feel so much better now. Right, probably somebody was feeding him? Maybe. But if the whole trail is closed, how can they feed him, you know? So, but the moose, yeah, exactly. I encountered a moose in a forest. Exactly. What? Oh my God, 91 degrees here in New York City. It's hot. We have more animal stories. I think we have animal stories here. Lots of animal stories. Oh, we got art story coming up about a giant troll. News about a giant troll coming up next on this exciting show here. 47 people watching, 85 likes. That's pretty good. Let's get to 100. Can we get to 100? Let's get to 100. Let's do it. For Michael Larson. We're going to 100! We're doing 100! We're doing 100! Anyway. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Doing my best to entertain you from the comfort of my house. The final 23 minutes, mercifully, are now upon us. Rebel Radio News time now is 38 minutes past the hour. It's 5:38. If you're watching the 5 o'clock news, this is the 5 o'clock news, right? Anyway, let's continue on with the news, Giant trolls have a message for humans about protecting the planet. If anyone's going to help us protect the planet, it's going to be gigantic art trolls here. Coming out of Woodside, California here, nestled in the forest around the world, a gentle army of giant wooden trolls want to show humans how to live better without destroying the planet. A Danish recycle artist, Thomas Dambo, and his team have curated 170 troll sculptures from discarded materials such as wooden pallets, old furniture, and wine barrels. 12 years after he started the Trail of a Thousand Trolls project, his sculptures can be found in more than 20 countries and 21 states here in the United States. Each year, Dambo and his team make about 25 new trolls, which stand up to about 40 feet or 12 meters tall. He said that, "I believe that we can make anything out of anything." Speaking from outside his farm in Copenhagen, he said that we're drowning in trash, but we know that one of man's trash. But now we know that one man's trash is also one man's treasure. Wow, look at that! That's cool. An installation of 6 sculptures called "Trolls Save the Humans" is on display at Fololi, a historic estate with 650 acres of forest and gardens in Woodside, California, about 30 miles south of San Francisco. They bring us back to be connected to the earth and to nature, says Jeanette Wiederman, who is visiting the Foley with her son in July. Dambo's trolls each have their own personality and story. At Foley, the troll Bibby Pip builds a birdhouse. Rosa Sunfinger plants flowers, and Kamakan makes jewelry from people's garbage. Each of them have a story to tell and inspires people to tell their own stories and what kind of creatures might live in their woods and make the connection to living beings in nature. Dambo's trolls don't like humans because they waste nature's resources and pollute the planet. The mythical creatures have a long-term perspective because they live for thousands of years and have witnessed the destructive force of human civilizations. But the 6 young trolls at Foley have a more optimistic view of human nature. They believe that they could teach people how to protect the environment. He said that we want us to save the humans, so we'll do this by teaching them how to live better, how to be better humans. We'll teach them how to be better humans. Be humans that don't destroy nature. They hope to save them from being eaten by older trolls, said Dambo, a 45-year-old poet and hip-hop artist who has created this. Don't forget, free press is a strong democracy, people. Anyway, these things are cool. Dambo's trolls are hidden in forests, mountains, and jungles and grasslands throughout Europe and North America, as well as countries such as Australia, Chile, South Korea. Most were built with local materials and assembled on-site by his team of craftsmen and artists. My exhibition is now 4.5 million visitors a year globally and has made out of trash with volunteers. This is such huge proof of the concept that of why we should not throw out things and why we should recycle. This is a good proof of concept to save and not destroy these things that we are given by Mother Nature. But wouldn't humans harm nature? We always harm nature. But it is great fun for a hot day to hang out here in the air conditioning Jolie. Cynthia's sunflowers, good to see you. But I think it's a wonderful idea. Artists and puppeteers and sculptors and creative people. Let's just all sum it up. Creative people will most likely save the world. As we continue on here. A wonderful idea. I like that one. That one's cool. That one is cool. He's like using the car and everything. I think it's big if it's that size of that car. Anything is possible, people. Anything is possible. You just gotta put your mind to it. But we do have to recycle more. We do have to be better stewards of this planet of ours. We do have to be better stewards of this place. But anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Ain't that the truth? A story about a cow coming up next. A moving day for cattle at a Michigan State University. All coming up next. We have a cow story. And then do you have 2 cow stories? Do you have a bull story again? Oh, we got a squirrel story. So we got cows, squirrels, and anything else? And that's it. Oh, that's the end of the show. Okay, there you go. So cows and squirrels all coming up next. Your former boss worked at an art gallery and does a lot of recycling with materials there. It's so nice because it could last for years. Exactly. That's the amazing part, P. I love when people put art where people aren't expecting it. That's really cool. Top fans, people. Let's check the top fans here. Let's see here. Can we do top fan? Can I do the list again, or I can't do the list again? I can't do the list again? For real? I can't hit that? Quacky Sack's in the lead with 850 XP points. Jolie, Cake 813, and Trish McKenzie with 150 points. And Strawberry Fields and Karen J. McLean with both 125 points, respectively. All filling out your top 6, everybody. Brought to us by BabiesOvernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight, guaranteed. BabiesOvernight.com. Let's continue on with some very moving news. It's moving day for dairy cattle at a Michigan State University. Let's go. Where's the page, Mr. Barry? Go. Look at this guy. He's like, we're moving here today. East Lansing, Michigan, we go to. Dozens of dairy cow were on the move on Monday at Michigan State University. About 80 cows hoofed it to their new homes. The Dairy Cattle Teaching and Research Center, a $75 million facility in East Lansing. The school says that it will allow agriculture and veterinary students and other students to learn on a modern farm that is equipped to replicate the most high-tech operations in the world. George Smith, who heads up the Michigan State's Algobio Research Department, called it a 21st century cattle drive. Crews erected a fence between 2 buildings and herded the animal via claps and calls and whistles. The remaining 180 cows are expected to be herded into the new building on Tuesday. Michigan's dairy industry leads the nation in milk production per cow, according to Smith. Adding the dairy is number one contributor to the state's agricultural economy. The new complex is significantly larger than the existing dairy farm, which was constructed in the 1960s, and it was also limited in space and equipment that researchers have a backlog of 2 years of funded projects. Wow. The existing MSU Dairy Cattle Teaching and Research Center currently houses 250 dairy cattle and supports the research of the facility in colleges of agricultural and natural resources and veterinary medicine. The new facility features 165,000 square feet of cattle barn, a cattle barn that will expand the research capacity by increasing the herd to about 680. These cows will arrive in batches in the coming weeks and months. The new space also includes modernized barns, feed centers, and milking parlors and labs. Our old facility did not have the technical capabilities to be able to train our students for what they expected to do when they graduated. What dairy cattle production looks like today, Kim Todd said, the dean of the College of the Veterinary Medicine, said on Monday. The new digs are at the time. The new digs are opening at a time when other land-grant universities in the agricultural Midwest are scrapping their dairy cattle's teaching programs. Wow, while other institutions are divesting in dairy programs, we are investing in the future of the dairy industry in the state of Michigan because it's so critical for the state's agricultural economy. A $30 million investment by the state of Michigan provided the initial funds for the 18th-month project, and with the rest being contributed by alumni, donors, and stakeholders in the dairy industry. Who doesn't love ice cream? Who can't get excited about new opportunities in the field of dairy science? So there you go, people. We have to invest more in our farming technologies. But Good to see you, Mr. Good to see you, Mr. Metalhead. Welcome. Good evening. Good afternoon, sir. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. As we continue on, Isaiah Brooks, HVAC fire. Oh no, it's a fire in an HVAC building. Not yikes. Hopefully everyone's safe. We don't talk about scary stories. I don't want to talk about scary stories, but hopefully everyone's safe with the HVAC fire there. But only cowards divest in dairy technology, advances in dairy technology, Trish, right? But good to see you, Mr. Metalhead. Good to see everybody, people, as we wind down the show, the final 12 minutes of our show. We have been on since 3:30 this afternoon, so final 2 stories are now upon us. We have final story is upon us. Sorry, final story is upon us. We have a squirrel story to finish out our show for today. Let's go around the Earth cameras. Hopefully you're feeling better there, Mr. Metalhead. Oh, you guys were... That's right. The Duchess told me that you guys were with Danette and Anthony. Everyone check out Danette and Anthony's channel because they're with Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead. They went to Economy Candy today. The Duchess was watching that while I was trying to figure out what was going on with my monitor here. So I hope you guys had fun in the city today. It's a hot day here in the city, 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees. It's not fun outside. There we go. It's 100 degrees. Just got the notification. Nice. Notifications are weird here on YouTube. Had a cow named Sue. Suette to the vet. They were so caring. They asked me if I was her mom because you cared for her that much. Wow, Jolie. Jolie loves the cows. Oh, that was yesterday. Awesome. Happy you guys had some fun. It was hot. It was humid yesterday. Yesterday was like a humid. Oh my god. It was like just like a blah kind of day yesterday. It was hot. But I hope everyone's having a great day. You're more than welcome, RJ. That's my job. 10 minutes left in the show. I'm going to bring you home to the next hour. And then after that, hopefully somebody else will come on. We might do a live stream outside a little bit later on, so stay tuned. What's my favorite live cam of New York? I think my favorite live cam besides the Coney camera here, Oleg, I love the Statue of Liberty camera. That's my favorite camera. So it's either between it's trying to play an ad on me. It's either between Coney or Statue of Liberty. I love that Statue of Liberty camera. Rebel Radio News time now, 51 minutes past the hour. 5:51. Here in New York City. And now let's continue on our final story of our 2.5-hour odyssey, because we're going to North Dakota. North Dakota, where ground squirrels are taking over a city in North Dakota, and the officials are not amused. Oh boy, this little guy, right? Listen, I let this guy take over the town. Any day, all right? He ain't nothing wrong with him. Anyway, we're going up to Minot, North Dakota. The Richardson's ground squirrel weighs less than a pound and is about a foot long and native to the northern plains. The little creatures are also a ferocious tunneler, and it is exasperating the people of Minot, North Dakota, where it's burrowing everywhere from vacant lots to the middle of town and growing more and more plentiful over the past 2 decades. What the hell? Now North Dakota's 4th largest city is fighting back, but even the pest control guy leading the charge acknowledges that it will be difficult to turn the tide against the rodent. It's an uphill battle. Joshua Hernan said fighting the squirrels is akin to one guy standing against a massive storm. If I'm trapping but my neighbor isn't, well then it's not going to really get anywhere with it in the long term, this guy says. That's Joshua right there. The ground squirrels have have been an issue in Minot, a city of nearly 50,000 people, for at least the last 20 years. The problem has dramatically worsened in the past few years, said Minot Street Department Superintendent Kevin Breitman. It's unclear how many of the squirrels live in Minot, but it's likely it nears or exceeds the city's population. 50,000 ground squirrels, people, or more. Gosh, there has to be tens of thousands of them in the area, Herman said. The officials in the city, a green spot along winding Suez River, surrounded by farmland, a grassy prairie, they know how to get rid of squirrels, but hope to simply get rid of the rodents numbers down. I don't see the population ever going to zero, Bratton says. I mean, it's almost impossible by the numbers we have. To put it another way, Minot won't be able to get rid of itself of the squirrels because the animals have lived on the prey for centuries outside of town. So predators like coyotes, badgers, owls, even snakes love to dine on the squirrels. But in residential neighborhoods and even in downtown where there are few predators that live, the rodents can roam pretty freely. Greg Gutlickson, an outreach biologist with the North Dakota Game and Fish Department, adds that the squirrels have fewer grasslands available to them, and likely like the mowed spots they find in town. So there you go. Look at all the holes he has in the back there. Bloody hell, people! Wow. Yeah. Let them take over the town. Why not? But 2 hours of your life gone forever. That's right, Nibble. But yeah, magpie can control the... That's true. The magpies can control the squirrel population. Exactly. Squirrels could have up to 6 babies. Well, Minot, North Dakota. Hey, bring in the animals now. Let's see. Let's let Mother Nature do its thing. Over 50,000 of them? Yeah, they're going to have a hard time getting rid of them. But they will live another day somewhere. Who knows where? Somewhere they'll live another day. Avoid Minot. I want to see the little bastards. I want to see and hang out with the little bastards, you know? Is your mind blown there, Stuart? Yeah. Yes, people need coyotes as pets. Can we just have coyotes as pets? All these facts, right? Quacky Snack, thank you so much for donating to today's show. Hot outside, 92 degrees. Hope everyone had a great afternoon here. 96. Oh my God, we came so close. 96 likes. That's up to 100. We gotta give them paddle boards and get those little bastards out in the water. That's what we gotta do next. That's what we gotta do. We gotta get those little bastards out in the water. Get them old paddle boards. Maybe get some coyotes into the mix there and other animals that will eat them. If there's a will, there's a way. If a human thinks it up, if a human can imagine it, it can happen. Rebel Radio News Time now, 57 minutes. Hey, passenger, 57 minutes past the hour. All right. Did we have fun? I hope we had fun, people. Because I'm all out of stories. I'm all out of news. I'm all out of traffic and weather. I'm done. It's going to be a hot day tomorrow. The heat wave continues on. Tomorrow will be the peak heat. It should be approaching 105 degrees. So it's going to be nice and video. I know, is there a video of paddleboarding squirrels? I could see that on YouTube. I'm glad it was entertaining, Trish. Everybody who hit that like button, thank you guys so much for hitting that like button. We almost hit 100. I might come on in about an hour or so. I might go for a little walk outside. If I go for a walk outside, we'll do a wacky vertical video. And we'll see how many times I'm disrespected in vertical video form. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much to the Duchess. Thank you so much, and Jolie. Thank you so much for all the news articles, and the Duchess for those news articles. It was a beautiful afternoon, and yeah, just like that, we did it. We did it, people. Thank you so much for watching today's installment of This Week on the Internet. Check in on your neighbors. Have a great night. And yes, from the computer world to yours, do you think you're living in a computer simulation? Well, hang in there. Do me a favor, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed and neutered. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, and good night, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.